reflecting on the poignant statement, "Every time your picture is taken, you lose a piece of your soul." One can see how it encapsulates Anna May Wong's experiences in Hollywood. This quote highlights the emotional and spiritual burdens that come with fame, especially for someone who faced constant scrutiny and marginalization. The relentless pressure to conform to the industry's expectations often forced her to navigate a landscape filled with systemic prejudice. Each role she took on was not just a performance, it was a negotiation of her identity and a challenge against the stereotypes that sought to define her. Wong's journey reveals the sacrifices she made in her quest for recognition and respect. She often found herself in roles that were limiting, yet she used her platform to advocate for greater representation of Asian actors. The Hays Code further complicated her career, imposing strict guidelines that restricted the portrayal of race and sexuality. This censorship not only affected her opportunities but also shaped the narratives available to her. Despite these challenges, Wong's resilience and determination paved the way for future generations of Asian actors, making her a true pioneer in an industry that often overlooked talent in favor of conformity. Her story invites us to consider the hidden costs of fame and the emotional toll it takes on those who dare to challenge the status quo. The legacy she left behind continues to inspire discussions about representation and the ongoing fight against prejudice in Hollywood. Born Wong Liu-tsong on January 3, 1905, in Los Angeles, California, Anna May Wong was the second of 7 children in a Chinese-American family. From a young age, she showed a deep interest in acting, which distinguished her from her siblings and peers. By the time she was 9, she had chosen her stage name, Anna May Wong, a reflection of her determination to carve out a space for herself in the world of performance. Despite the cultural expectations and challenges that came with her family's background, she pursued her passion for acting with relentless dedication. In 1921, at just 16 years old, she made a significant choice to leave high school, prioritizing her burgeoning acting career over traditional education. This decision marked the start of an extraordinary journey in the entertainment industry, one that would be filled with both groundbreaking achievements and numerous obstacles. Her early life laid the foundation for a career that would challenge stereotypes and open doors for future generations of Asian actors. Anna May Wong's first major breakthrough came with the silent film The Toll of the Sea in 1922. This production was groundbreaking not only for Wong, but also for the film industry, as it was the second movie ever shot in Technicolor, a then revolutionary technology. Wong's performance in the film was mesmerizing, as she seamlessly conveyed a wide range of emotions without the aid of spoken dialogue, a testament to her natural talent and expressive features. Critics lauded her for her ability to captivate audiences, and her photogenic presence was noted as one of the most striking aspects of the film. This role opened doors for Wong, demonstrating her potential as a leading lady. However, it also highlighted the industry's reluctance to fully embrace her talent, as she was still typecast in roles that limited her artistic range. Despite these challenges, Wong's work in The Toll of the Sea marked a significant moment in cinema history, showcasing her unique ability to transcend cultural barriers and connect with viewers on a deep emotional level. Her journey in the film industry would continue to be shaped by both her remarkable skills and the constraints imposed by the industry. Despite her undeniable talent and growing acclaim, Hollywood repeatedly pigeonholed Anna May Wong into stereotypical and exoticized roles that failed to showcase her full capabilities. Frustrated with the limited opportunities available to her, Wong made the bold decision to move to Europe in the late 1920s. There, she found a more accepting environment where her talent was celebrated rather than constrained by racial prejudice. In Europe, Wong starred in a variety of films and plays, collaborating with renowned directors and actors, which allowed her to hone her craft and expand her repertoire. Her return to Hollywood in the 1930s was marked by notable roles in films such as Daughter of the Dragon and Shanghai Express, where she demonstrated her ability to hold her own alongside iconic stars like Marlene Dietrich. Yet, even with these successes, Wong continued to face systemic barriers that prevented her from achieving the stardom she deserved. The industry's limitations often overshadowed her remarkable skills, leaving her to navigate a landscape that was not always welcoming. In 1935, Anna May Wong faced one of the most egregious examples of Hollywood's racial bias when she auditioned for the leading role of Olan in MGM's adaptation of The Good Earth. Despite her heritage and acting ability making her a perfect fit for the role, MGM chose to cast German actress Louise Reiner in Yellowface. perpetuating a long-standing practice of excluding actors of color from prominent roles. Wong's rejection was a glaring example of how systemic racism dictated casting decisions, prioritizing white actors even when authenticity was sacrificed. When MGM suggested Wong test for a stereotypical and unsympathetic role instead, she famously declined, highlighting the indignity of asking an Asian actress to play a caricature in a story about her own heritage. This incident not only denied Wong a career-defining opportunity, but also underscored the immense challenges she faced in a deeply prejudiced industry. The decision to cast Reiner instead of Wong reflected a broader trend in Hollywood, where the talents of actors of color were often overlooked in favor of white performers, regardless of their ability to portray the characters authentically. Wong's experience serves as a powerful reminder of the discrimination that has long plagued the film industry, revealing the struggles faced by those who sought to break through the barriers of racial bias. The Hays Code, enforced between 1934 and 1968, profoundly shaped Hollywood's storytelling, imposing a strict moral framework on film content. It banned depictions of interracial relationships, a rule that directly impacted Anna May Wong's career, as it restricted the types of roles she could take on. The code also forbade themes like pointed profanity, nudity, drug use, and depictions of homosexuality, aiming to sanitize Hollywood films for mass audiences. While the intent was to uphold societal morals, the code often stifled creativity and reinforced existing social prejudices. For Wong, the prohibition on interracial relationships was particularly limiting, as it disqualified her from many leading roles opposite white actors, who dominated the industry at the time. The Hays Code not only curtailed her opportunities, but also perpetuated an exclusionary system that marginalized minority actors and suppressed diverse storytelling. This environment made it difficult for Wong to find roles that showcased her talent and complexity, leaving her to navigate a landscape that often reduced her to stereotypes. The impact of the Hays Code on her career highlights the broader challenges faced by minority actors in an industry that prioritized conformity over authenticity. Wong's experiences reflect the struggles of many artists who sought to break free from the constraints imposed by a system that favored a narrow view of morality and representation. The legacy of the Hays Code serves as a reminder of the importance of diversity in storytelling and the need for inclusive narratives that reflect the richness of human experience. Yellowface was a discriminatory practice where white actors portrayed East Asian characters using exaggerated makeup and mannerisms. This was a widespread phenomenon in early Hollywood, where the portrayal of Asian characters often relied on harmful stereotypes. The practice dehumanized these characters, reducing them to caricatures that perpetuated racial biases. Films like Dragon Seed and Breakfast at Tiffany's showcase this offensive trend, with actors such as Katharine Hepburn and Mickey Rooney taking on roles that were not only insensitive but also damaging. For Anna May Wong and other Asian actors, Yellowface served as a constant reminder of their exclusion from roles that rightfully belonged to them. Despite her immense talent and authenticity, Wong often found herself sidelined in favor of white actors who were cast in these roles. This not only denied her employment opportunities but also reinforced harmful stereotypes about Asian communities. The systemic racism in Hollywood meant that even the most skilled Asian performers were overlooked, highlighting the deep-rooted issues within the industry that marginalized their contributions and experiences. Following her rejection for The Good Earth, Anna May Wong embarked on a deeply personal journey to China, marking her first visit to her ancestral homeland. This trip was both a cultural exploration and an attempt to reconnect with her roots. In China, she faced mixed reactions, as some viewed her Hollywood roles as perpetuating stereotypes, while others admired her achievements as a Chinese-American actress. During her visit, Wong created My China Film, a documentary that chronicled her travels and offered a nuanced perspective on her identity and heritage. This self-produced project challenged the narrative of despair often associated with her career, showcasing her resilience and creativity in the face of adversity. Wong's time in China was a pivotal moment in her life, allowing her to reclaim her narrative and strengthen her connection to her heritage. Through her experiences, she sought to bridge the gap between her American upbringing and her Chinese ancestry, ultimately enriching her understanding of herself and her place in the world. In 1951, Anna May Wong made history by becoming the first Asian American lead on American television with her show The Gallery of Madame Liu Tsong. This groundbreaking achievement was a testament to her perseverance and talent as she continued to break barriers in an industry that had long marginalized her. The show, named after Wong's birth name, featured her in a leading role, showcasing her versatility as an actress and her ability to captivate audiences. Although the series lasted only one season, it marked a significant milestone for representation in American media. Wong's pioneering efforts in television paved the way for future generations of Asian actors, demonstrating that diverse stories and characters could resonate with mainstream audiences. Her role in the Gallery of Madame Li Tsung not only highlighted her skills, but also challenged the stereotypes that often surrounded Asian performers. Wong's determination to succeed in a challenging environment inspired many and opened doors for more inclusive storytelling in the entertainment industry. In her later years, Anna May Wong experienced a mix of sporadic roles and a deep desire for greater acknowledgement of her significant contributions to Hollywood. Despite the challenges she faced throughout her career, she remained hopeful for a resurgence in her acting opportunities. In 1961, she was poised for a remarkable comeback with the film Flower Drum Song. This project promised to highlight her talents and introduce her to a new generation of moviegoers. Unfortunately, tragedy struck when she passed away from a heart attack at the age of 56, just before production was set to begin. Wong's legacy is one of resilience and innovation as she broke barriers for Asian actors in an industry that often marginalized them. Her story is a powerful reminder of the importance of representation and the ongoing struggle for diversity in media. Anna May Wong's impact on Hollywood continues to resonate, inspiring future generations to advocate for inclusivity and recognition in the arts. Navigating the complexities of Hollywood, Anna May Wong faced numerous challenges that shaped her career and identity. The Hays Code, which enforced strict moral guidelines, limited the roles available to her and often forced her to portray stereotypes that did not reflect her true self. Despite these constraints, Wong's talent shone through as she took on roles that highlighted her strength and depth as an actress. She became a voice for change, advocating for better representation of Asian characters in film. Wong's experiences reveal the emotional toll of fame, as she often felt the weight of societal expectations and racial prejudice. Each film she made was not just a job, it was a statement about her identity and a challenge to the industry's narrow views. Her resilience in the face of adversity paved the way for future generations of Asian actors, inspiring them to pursue their dreams despite the obstacles. Wong's legacy continues to resonate today, reminding us of the importance of representation and the ongoing struggle against discrimination in the entertainment industry.